Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Angel Gate, blue team. It's a bunch of Space Marines. Draktan is an Apothecary support hero fighting in melee combat. By default begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. The Legion of the Damned elite scheme there. One of the better ones, I think, pretty cool. Alongside a couple of Force Commanders, we've got Raver with some recolored Imperial Fists and Part of Memory rocking the Ultramarines DLC. These guys are offensive heroes fighting in melee. Can also tank, disrupt, and support. Red team, some chaos fellas. Freud Neiman is a plague champion. Starts off with a damage over time bolt gun. Can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support. Can also repair. Captain Proton is the other chaotic fellow with a chaos sorcerer. Offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. And rounding off the teams, GQs with a Farseer support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control. Looks like a non-standard capping order from GQs. They did not go straight for the VP. They went for this power with the Farseer and then on to the contested VP. And I think that's pretty good. Get the power up before the VP, I say. And it's worked out really well. Using the fleet to get up here, they got a 2-to-1 cap now. Captain Proton's Heretics barely got away from that first engagement, it seems like. They're fighting 2 Force Commanders down here. 2 power points in the southwest. Going to see a lot of action early on. You don't really need to gen them up unless you start losing your own naturals, but noding them over the course of the game and holding them can make a big difference. Farseer is now coming back down to the mid of the map. Freud Neiman with double CSM. It's a good map for a Plague Champion, I think. It's relatively compact. You don't need to spend huge amounts of time dealing with his mobility, getting back into the fight and stuff. You can go melee build and be quite aggressive and still get back out relatively fast after retreating and stuff. And also, you can go Bile Spewer and go power bashing and even sneak around here and do some power bashing. So it's a good Plague Champion map, I think. Double CSM also for Captain Proton. Eternal War already going up on the CSM. 20% more damage, both melee and ranged combat. Banshees chase some fellas into the garrison. It's some tactical marines into the garrison. Down to 3 models, though. Need to be careful. Farseer is now showing up. Might throw guide on something. Nope, no sign of any guide yet. There we go, there's the guide. After those tacks retreated, though. And now they fleet away, because here comes the Force Commander with his mighty bolt pistol. Taking out a Guardian. They can now turn and engage. Farseer goes to try and tie up the tactical marines. Kicking off in the northeast, though, is it? Oh, Apothecary's fallen over. Trying to tie things up in melee, I suppose. But we got double Eternal War here as well for Freud. And double Rangers now for GQ. So we might see some assault squads in response. Are they going to go for the power? Is the Bile Spewer on the way? I don't see it. I think also the power's gone onto those Eternal Wars. Look at this, though. Sneaky scouts grabbing a wreck point. Now they are idle. Need to queue those commands up with shift, fellas. Back towards the southwest. The battle continues to rage over these power points. Space Marine team have noded the southernmost one. Got Devastators up for Raver, keeping them in the south to help out for now. So maybe we'll see... Oh, we already have Sigil of the Rift. Maybe they can go straight into Bloodletters over there. Meanwhile, Scout's in a bit of trouble. Taking Ranger shots. Oh, they tried to chuck a grenade. The fellow who was chucking it died. And they drop another model, but they should be okay. Force Commander's found some Chaos Space Marines. And ignores them. And those guys will just go back to capping, I guess. We do have an assault squad. It's for Draktan. Northeast is still red. No, they're going for the revive the Force Commander. That's why they ignored those guys. Here comes the other Force Commander with Iron Halo and Artificer Armor already up. So he's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. Almost level 2 already. This guy's going to get high level, I think. Meanwhile, Rangers almost wiped by the assault squad jump there. Got some shotgun scouts as well. There's the blast on the Banshees, but they stayed in play a long-ass time. I thought they were looking for a grenade on the CSM. Assault squads get another jump. Banshees on the prowl. Guide thrown on them for that 30% extra damage. The range doesn't really affect them too much. Doom blast on the tactical marines. Not sure why they stayed there so long. Are they waiting for something? No, I think it was just a misplay there from Part of Memory. Should have got them out of there. Northeast is turning blue thanks to the Apothecary, who got revived by Raver, who then ran. Assault squad now for Raver 2. So maybe, I don't see anything else coming out for Draktan. Maybe they can focus on support war gear now. Maybe get the Purification Rites. Purification Rites are so good. You can jump into the double CSM, knock them over, and when they get up again, pop the heal and knock them over again. These guys go for a grenade. They still might finish him off even though it missed. Yeah, Apothecary falls. They're going to get revived, but now with the changes to the amount of XP you get from reviving, it's pretty much always better to get that kill. In the old days, it might have not been worth getting that kill because it would have been a massive chunk of XP to an enemy hero to revive them easily. 368 to 480. What you need to do is feed all of your deaths to Terminators and stuff that can't level up. Tier 2s for Freud and Captain Proton and Part of Memory. I think, yeah, Captain was the first to go, so they might be rushing into Bloodletters and stuff. Full gens up here for the Space Marine team, thanks to Part of Memory, so I guess they are committed to looking after this stuff. Did they not get another unit up? Just single tacks into Tier 2 with some Force Commander war gear and Scout upgrades and stuff, I suppose. Did not get a Flamer up either. Double Rangers with double CSM support. That Plague Champion's there too. No war gear yet. Might be Plague Fist time for this fella. It's a good map for it. Help get those caps as well. Looks like GQs is going to be the last player in Tier 2. In Tier 1, sorry. To get to Tier 2, I should say. Assault Squad, maybe a bit early on that jump. They're going for the Rangers, obviously. Oh, can they get them? It's well worth it if they can get them. There's another jump to try and finish them off. Oh, boy. I think he misclicked there and didn't target properly. If they targeted a split second sooner, they might have been able to finish off those Rangers. Maybe a bit of an overcommitment there, an overextend from the Space Marine team. Needed to try and keep the mid-map point, I think. Wait for the heroes to show up and stuff. Not sure where Raver's Force Commander is. Yeah, he's back here, defending the southwest. Oh, they went double Marco Zinch CSM straight out in Tier 2. Look at the damage to those Devastators. Now they're trying to Doom Blast with the Heretics. It's only 3 Heretics though. No Aspiring Champion. They're going to die, I think. Yep, down go the Heretics. Easy to replace though. Here comes Farseer support. Grenade was missed. Those guys got the good jump. Banshees are there though. Where's the guide? I don't see the guide. Shotgun blast on the Banshees. Maybe you can just throw guide on herself. Oh, she goes for the revive on the Sorcerer. You're going to get it too. And they get a level off it. No sign. Oh, there's the Heretics being replaced. Almost level 3 Force Commander for Raver. They've done well on their XP, haven't they? Part of Memory now has a Thunder Hammer, which looks awesome when you have the Ultramarines DLC, I think. And there's Veil of Time from a Librarian. Handy. Smite thrown out onto the Rangers. Northeast, turning blue. Draktan's got a customized Stormbolter and Armor of the Apothecarian up for the advanced healing. Could get improved medical equipment to help with the health, the energy regen. But I still think Purification Rites is worth it, even if you're running advanced healing. Not sure why they're running in this direction. Needed to plant their feet and shoot. And they need to get plasma guns if they're going to have a hope of outshooting these CSM with Markov Zinch. It's double Markov Zinch for the Chaos players. I hear Banshees yelling. Here they are, suppressing the Force Commander, who's battle crying all over the place. Librarian getting those inspirations on kill as well. That's stacking with the battle cries. You get such a flow of buffs going for Space Marines. One of the big separators between Loyalist Terminators and Chaos Terminators is the sheer amount of support you can bring to them with Space Marines. With the Librarian and all the buffs and stuff, and not to mention the Apothecary, of course. I guess you do have some good inbuilt support with Chaos, because you have your Worship. And the Sorcerer can warp and stuff. But I think Space Marines take it in terms of supporting their Terminators. They got that Land Raider as well, of course. Don't think this is a very good map for Land Raiders, though. It's quite tight, and there's an Eldar on the enemy team. Mark of Tzeentch CSM with their aspiring champions. As you can see, the aspiring champion's DPS with his fancy demonic plasma gun isn't that much higher than the Inferno bolter fellas, but it is big burst of damage because it fires slower, which is typically what you want. You need to front load as much damage as possible before things start retreating. Just something the plasma gun helps with. If it hits, of course, because there is an accuracy when it comes to ranged weapons. Farseer, oh, fully kitted. Gravity Blade, that's going to be a great tool to use against Terminators later on. Rune Armor and Spirit Stones to help out the Banshees and stuff. And maybe some future Seer Council. This is a great map for Terminators and great Unclean Ones and Avatars as well, for the same reason of its compactness. You can be quite aggressive with them and it won't take too long to get back to safety. So this will be an amazing map to get Seer Council and an Avatar and an Autarch and get that massive Eldar melee blob of doom going. Oh, these Banshees might die here. Oh wow, they just let them go. If the Librarian meleeed and these guys meleeed, I think they would have killed those Banshees, you know. Grenade is dodged. Now they're in melee with the Guardians, at least, I suppose. Look at this now. Kitted out Plague Champion, Plague Fist, Armor of Pestilence, and he went for Mucus Discharge. So a great tool for capping and generally being a durable pain in the ass. Kills, takes down the node. Here comes a Force Commander. Very isolated, but look at that disruption. That Nurgle Worship's really helping out the way. Plague Champion comes in and starts smacking him. Not the highest DPS Power Fist. It's only 72.5. The others are typically 85-ish. But Pestilent Strike is awesome. Full auto on his face there. Assault Squad jumping in. Plague Champion might go down. Especially if they jump him again. I think he's alright. Heretics starting to commit. That would have been a good spot for Touch of Nurgle, I think, with that Doom Blast. Looks like they're just going to retreat out. Raver. Oh, I was going to say, I thought Raver just lost the squad, but they just got Vanguard Veterans in. And we have a Terminator Force Commander with Lightning Claws. Awesome. Tier 3 also for Parts of Memory. Almost level 4 Force Commander. Tier 3 for Captain Proton. Did not get a Tier 2 unit up, it seems. And Freud slipped out a Blastmaster Noise Marine squad when I wasn't looking. Here comes some Stern Guard here for Draktan. First company Tactical Marines that can change their ammo to combat all targets. Vanguard gets some lovely power weapons to go. Librarian. He's got a power weapon, that Force Sword, so he can kick ass. Uh-oh. As soon as I say that, he's going to die. That was really well done by GQs. Did a Kinetic Pulse to set up the Banshees and threw Guide on them. And got the kill on that Librarian. Here comes the Force Commander to try and get some revenge. The curse of Indrid strikes. I'm tired, says Draktan. Aren't we all? 169 to 449. They're trying to bash. They don't want to get caught by those Banshees, though. We've seen what they can do. Hellfire rounds. Stern Guard in the garrison. Tactical Marines in the garrison. Here come Mark of Tzeentch. Bolt guns, though. Did they Psychic Storm the garrison there? Does that work? I guess they did something. Uh-oh. Dropping really fast at that ranged DPS. That's nasty. Tier 3 for GQs. Captain Proton gets Plague Marines rolling. Freud, Neiman, the last player in Tier 2. Oh, wow. They still got that Tactical Marine squad, but that was nasty friendly fire from those Noise Marines there on Captain Proton's Heretics. Just the life of a heretic. Predator tank for Parts of Memory. They've become quite depleted here. Just scouts and that tank. Force Commander's down too on the power there. Tons of requisition for GQs. There's that Force Commander Terminator. And there's more Terminators coming in top left of your screen from Part of Memory. They did not get Assault Terminators though. And now they're trying to trade fire with Mark of Tzeentch CSM. I mean, they have a tank for support. That was a good Blastmaster shot, eh? Look at that. Plague Champion made a mistake there. Should have thrown down Pestilent Strike on his own CSM. and they would have been trading much better. Maybe it was on cooldown. Meanwhile, Assault Squad getting into some retreat path shenanigans. The CSM made it out, back down towards the southwest. Look at that. For the Emperor on those plasma cannon guys. I think they were trying to aim for the Rangers, but I think that was a misfire because the Farseer got in there. Captain Proton asking for a revive. Yeah, he's right here. Should be an easy one. Where is the Farseer? They can get them next, I guess. Chaos Terminator's coming in. I think from Proton, from the look of their resources. Yep, there it is. These guys with combi bolters and power fists just bonked that fella on the head and took him out. These guys with an assault cannon. Terminators have an inspiration on kill. Chaos Terminators have a demoralization of enemies on kill. And here's a Seer Council from GQs. All they need now is an Avatar and the Autarch, and they have the Eldar melee blob of doom, supported by a Farseer as well with Spirit Stones. That could be awesome. Seer Council having to retreat there, but they're very dangerous with power weapons and leap. Great mobility on those guys with a passive damage resistance aura. Big fight cooking here. Raver really committing, maybe over-committing. Massive Spirit Stones heal you saw. Nasty Merciless Strike. Plasma Cannon gets a shot in too. These guys are going to die, I think. It's a well-timed levitation. Everything is getting melee attacks as they float. Yeah, they're going to die. Massive overextend, I think, from Raver. Over-committed, overconfident with their Force Commander and those Assault Squad fellows. They might have done some good damage. I'm not sure. I don't see a lot of damage on the red team right now. Maybe they lost squads. It looks like some Rangers are gone. Plague Marines exploding. Tank is very far forward. There's not a huge amount of anti-vehicle on the field right now. There's Banshees, I guess, with their spear. The Plague Marines. Maybe the Terminators could power fist it as well. 169 to 307. What's going on in the northeast? Plague Champions down. Heretics trying to cap. Those guys just bash power. Oh, this guy's still down here. Farseer. Are you going to revive them or not? There's a Spirit Stones heal again. The Spiritual Rights. 169 to 296. She's trying to get the revive on the Plague Champion, I think. I'm not sure why they aren't reviving the Sorcerer. Focus north, says Draktan. Oh, another Librarian for Part of Memory. Markazine CSM grabbing that contested wreck point, and the Heretics got the VP. Raver still has a plasma cannon. They might want to put it in a garrison in the north or something to cover that VP. That's a really good shot there. Lightning Claw Terminators now for Captain Proton. They can get those demoralizations stacking up really quick. Demoralization increases the damage you take and decreases the damage you do, and it stacks up. And this is a dead Force Commander. 148 to 296. Got some Assault Terminators now for Raver, with those Thunderhammers and Storm Shields, but they're going for Lightning Claws of their own. Here's some more Chaos Terminators as well for Freud, and they're getting autocannons. But look at this damage. How leveled up are these guys? They're level 3 and level 4. They're pumping out insane damage against those Assault Terminators. Banshee's in a bad spot all of a sudden. See a Counselor with them. Where's the grenade? There's for the Emperor on the Terminator Assault Squad. That's a global ability of the Force Commander. 25% more damage. Really great global. Grenade. It's a decent grenade. Nice little flank there from Draktan. Scout's almost wiped though. Chaos Terminator still in play. Here's the... Uh-oh. Seer Council combined with Levitation is a pretty nasty combo. Spirit Stones heal as well. Look at the damage on those Terminators. Where's the Apothecary? Is he here? No, he's not. Oh, he just got Laraman's Blessing. Seer Council. One Seer Council fella knocked down like 2 squads there, I think, with his special attack. Those guys run, hide in the garrison. Pretty sure these Seer Council are going to get tier 4, level 4. Such a great map for elite melee squads, Angel Gate. Force Commander Terminator is doing a lot of work with those claws, though, that's for sure. See Council down to 3 models. Here come Banshees. Getting knocked around. Land Raider Redeemer now up for Draktan. Needs to be careful with this thing. As I said, some tight areas here. Doesn't want to take it over halfway, I don't think. Needs space to move in case it gets eldritched. That's a dead tank. Down it goes. Oh, they're pushing up the Land Raider. This could be a big mistake. The Vanguard Veterans jumping in. Fire Prisms in play. Terminator is teleporting away. They do have an autocannon. Here come Plague Marines. Sorcerer is back to his feet, by the way. Right side of your screen. Imperial Abyss. And the Land Raider is just parking in it. Needs to move. Took so much damage there. He just needs to be ordered all the way back now. Fire Prism can give chase. Scouts go down. Oh, that was handy. The Plague Marines got dragged closer by the Abyss. That guy exploded though. They still have a model with a missile launcher. I think this Land Raider's done for here. I think it's kaput. Keep moving, says Raver. Yeah, need to keep it moving. Look at that advanced healing. That is such an awesome force multiplier for Space Marines, especially in a team game. Subjugated Vanguard Veterans here. Jumped back in by Captain Proton. Down goes a Land Raider. A touch of a noxious cloud there thrown in to help take it out. Farseer might go down here. Yep, down she goes. Friendly fire from the plasma cannon though. Vanguard Veterans of Part of Memory trying to get out of there. Force Commander's mixing it up. He's level 7 already, this guy. Needs to be careful here though. He's going to go down, I think. Took too long to get out. Oh, maybe not. The Banshees seem to wait. And ate a grenade. I think he's okay. 148 to 157 double cap for the blue team. They have been rocked though. That Land Raider loss was big. Look at this aggression. Raver's going in with his Terminators. Apothecary is there to throw a heal in. Oh, he backs off though. Needs to stay near those Terminators, I think. I think he's trying to heal these guys maybe. Yeah, he's trying to advance healing on these guys. They were in trouble from the Banshees and now those guys are all isolated. Vanguard Veterans get away. Terminator's just got Veil of Timed out by Raver. And the Force Commander gets away too. Oh, Vanguard Veterans, do they get away? They do not. Vanguard Veterans go down. Those were Draktans, right? I think those were Draktans. Yeah. Maybe they forgot about them when they pulled out to help those Terminators a bit. Good spot for those Devastators, I think. Fire Prism's been doing some good work. Almost level 2. Good jump by the Vanguard Veterans. There's a Merciless. Oh, but there's the Chains of Torment. Need to try and shoot that central mass to take it down. It's not always easy to spot in the middle of a fire. I think they're going to die. Could have just retreated out, fellas. Are they going to be okay? Oh, or maybe they're okay. They have their Power Fist and they do get out. Avatar of Cain on the field, by the way, for GQs. Do they even have the pop to get an Autarch? I don't think they do. Guardians level 4. They're needed to help repair the Fire Prism. So I don't think they'll be thrown away for an Autarch or anything. Could maybe drop a few models to get an Autarch. We've got 2 Librarians up now for the blue team. That will help their mobility, get them out of trouble. Can afford to maybe be aggressive now with these Terminators. Going after the Fire Prism. They will do huge amounts of damage to this Avatar, these Terminators with the claws. This guy has super heavy infantry armor. Tons of hit points, but it doesn't last long when there's potentially 4 sets of lightning claws on you here. They take down the Fire Prism. Nicely done. This could be dicey though. If there's a good levitation, there it is. Yeah, these guys might be dead. There's Banshees and Seer Council and an Avatar. And that just gives them so much time. I think I saw a Gate of Infinity there tried. But the Librarian was just too close. It didn't seem to even work anyway when they were floating there. A quick kill on those Terminators. Gravity Blade is so good. 148 to 43. Red team need to get a hold of these VPs though, eh? There's an Eldritch and an Imperial Abyss from Freud Neiman. That's a lot of dead stuff. I'm not sure if anything fully wiped. I think it wiped the Heavy Bolter Devastators. Oh no, now these guys are getting thrown into the Abyss. Plasma Cannon. Trying to get a cheeky shot in. Terminators. Oh, they haven't dropped a model. Just split up a lot. 148-22. Red team running out of VPs, but they're on blue team's natural. There's Veil of Time and the Terminators to help them escape the wrath of this Eldar melee army. Land Raider Phobos on the way for the Freud Neiman. Oh, the orbital doesn't stop the cap. They get the cap. Some decent hits. Oh, big hit on the Librarian, actually. Is he going to die? Does die. Got hit by his own orbital. And then taken out by those Lightning Claw Terminators. Plague Marines are all strangely split up. Where's the Plague Champion? He's still down up here. Oh, the Sorcerer went down trying to revive him, I think. Here comes the Farseer to get 2 revives. And because of Spirit Stones, they're going to get a heal. Right? Is that how it works? Reviving fallen heroes. Oh, she gets a heal. Okay. And energy. I thought it was an extra heal for the stuff you revive. Heretics are really upset with this tower. You know what? They're doing actually quite respectable damage to it, which is interesting. Single cap for the red team. These Terminators are going to die trying to get this cap here. Captain Proton, are they going to warp them out? There's the warp. Oh, it didn't work. It did not work. Did it a bit too late there. It does take a second and a half or so to trigger. Tried to get them out. Avatar posing. 82 to 21. Vanguard veterans of Part of Memory aggressively trying to stop this cap here. Or stop the decap, rather. That was decent harassment there, I think, from those guys. Blastmaster almost wipes the scouts, they're level 4, so it saved them. Try to finish him off with a warp fire there, I think, the Sorcerer. Friendly fire. Level 6 Apothecary. Never got an accessory, this guy. Level 9 Force Commander for Part of Memory, eh? Done well. Seems to have isolated himself a few times and gone down, but he's really mixed it up in combat. We've got some Dark Reapers now for GQs. So they have quad Marco Zinc CSM and Dark Reapers. That is insane damage. Ranged damage. And they've got the Seer Council on the Banshees, of course. More Assault Terminators for Raver with claws again. There's that Phobos though, eh? 82 to 13. Noxious Cloud. Down goes that tower. Terminators are committing. It's going to be the same thing again. There it is. The Levitation Field. Seer Council going after them. There we go. They did not have the Banshees around that time, and the Seer Council didn't seem to attack. Oh, they're going for the Force Commander. Force Commander has 40 Emperor on himself. Should probably go on to the Terminators, not himself, since it'll buff the damage of 3 high damage models rather than 1. 71 to 13. Here we can see some DPS on the Avatar now from these guys. Nope, they turn to the Farseer. There's Gate of Infinity. Librarian is quite close by, but far enough to get them out of trouble. Draktan's got some Cyclone Missile Launcher Terminators. Gonna be a 2-to-1 for red, I think. Part of Memory is doing a great job harassing this VP. Here's some orbital action. It's gonna delay the cap, but not stop it, I think. And these Terminators are in trouble. Double Marco Zinch came and deleted them. Red team should have this in the bag. That gate on the middle of the map. But is there a gate? A webway gate? I didn't notice one, but I don't notice much. These guys getting their aspiring champion. I think they had him before. Oh no, turns around to do a Wailing Doom. He's going to die now, I think. You take so much damage doing the Wailing Doom. Down he goes. Maybe they figure they can just buy another one soon. Where are those Dark Creepers? Here they are. They're trying to keep the pressure up on this VP, but it's tough. What's the blue team's plan here? Do they have a plan? Afraid that the tank is not a good thing to fight a Land Raider Phobos with 1v1. Phobos doing work here. There's the 2-1 for the red team. Sacco Missile Launcher, great tool to have against Land Raiders. Look at that damage. That's nuts. Nothing there to help finish it off though. Blue team are not giving up. Here comes Raver again with his Terminators, but look at that damage arrayed against them. They are getting melted here, and the Banshees and the Seer Council joining in now. And there's Lightning Claw Chaos Terminators. Yeah, they got destroyed. Just eradicated. Down goes the Force Commander 2. Raver just ran into like the worst place to arrive at. Scouts trying to get a decap under infiltration. Couldn't quite do it. 25-13. They might be even be able to push over here. Uh-oh. Eldritch. Veil of Time helps them escape. It's going to be 13-13 in a second. There it is. And they should have this. Bunch of tanks out late for the Space Marines. I don't think it was super helpful. I mean, they're not up against a bunch of AV. I guess maybe that's why they did it, but tanks on this map, not always the best. They're going to get the game with the 2-1 cap here, the red team. Awesome stuff. Very, very fun game. I love me some Angel Gate. Let's look at these heroes. Level 7 Apothecary. Never did get an accessory up. Raver's Terminator Force Commander was down. Was super aggressive. Was cool to see. And a level 10 Force Commander for part of memory. The Plague Champion, level 4. Under some glorious Nurgle worship. Oh, I had a Nurgle shrine at the end there, look. The Farseer was awesome, level 9. Had a well-constructed army and used it well. Avatar loss was a bit of a mistake, though, I think. And the Sorcerer, level 4. With that Tome of Subjugation. I only noticed one of them, but I'm sure they used it a bunch. Did some cool stuff. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.